By now, it's pretty clear that Australia knows a thing or two about building seriously capable travel trailers, and one brand that keeps popping up with some downright cool designs is Mars Campers. Today, I want to walk you through one of their newer models, the Mars 11S. And trust me, there's a lot packed into this compact rig. Mars Campers actually started way back in 2006, but interestingly, they didn't begin by building their own campers. At first, they were importing units, until things took a rough turn and the company had to pull everything from the market. Instead of calling it quits, though, they went back to the drawing board. Behind the scenes, they focused on sourcing parts locally and redesigning their lineup from the ground up. Fast forward to today, and Mars Campers is now a fully Australian-made brand, top to bottom. That brings us to the 11S sitting in front of us. Even though it's one of the newer additions to the Mars family, it sticks to a compact footprint, coming in at under 5 meters long and about 2.35 meters wide. Despite that, it's designed to comfortably sleep up to 4 adults, which is pretty impressive for something this size. A big part of how Mars pulls this off is with the camper's pop-top design, which lifts up to create more headroom and living space inside. But honestly, the real showstopper here isn't the roof, it's the wall. On the right side, the 11S features a full slide-out section, not just for a kitchen tray or storage, but an entire wall that expands the interior. This slide-out is also where Mars places the main sleeping area, giving the camper a surprisingly open feel once it's set up. I'll be honest though, I'm still scratching my head a bit, trying to figure out exactly how everyone sleeps. The main bed looks big enough for 2, maybe even 3 people, but that 4th sleeper is a bit of a mystery. If you've cracked the code, definitely drop your thoughts in the comments. Inside, the 11S is set up to keep you comfortable, no matter what the weather's doing outside. There's an indoor galley for cooking when conditions aren't ideal, plus a wet bath so you can clean up after dusty or muddy adventures. On top of that, you get features like a Truma air conditioning and hot water system, recessed LED lighting, fans for airflow, entertainment options, and plenty of windows to let the light in. And when it comes to storage, Mars didn't hold back. There are compartments everywhere to stash gear, supplies, and anything else you want to bring along. While you're relaxing inside, the 11S is quietly doing some heavy lifting in the background thanks to its off-grid setup. Standard freshwater capacity sits at 120 liters, which is decent, but the real star is the electrical system. You're looking at 400 amp-hours of lithium battery storage, a 2,000-watt inverter, and 600 watts of solar on the roof. Renogy components run the show here, backed by a battery management system, a 35-amp battery charger, and a 50-amp DC to DC charger. For a camper this size, that's a seriously capable setup. All of this is built into a composite and alloy-skinned shell wrapped around an aluminum frame, keeping weight down while still being tough enough for off-road punishment. The lower section is protected by rock sliders, so even if things get a little sketchy on the trail, the camper is ready to take a hit. Underneath, the running gear is just as impressive. Mars teams up with Petters to deliver fully independent suspension, complete with 4 shocks, 2 per wheel. This setup is designed to handle rough terrain and keep everything stable, even when the Outback decides to test your patience. As you'd expect from an Australian camper, the 11S really leans into outdoor living. Lockers and storage bays are spread all around the exterior, giving you access to a full outdoor kitchen, slide-out cooking features, and space for extra gear. You'll also find amenities like an outdoor shower, a tent annex, and an awning, all of which help turn a remote campsite into something that feels more like a base camp. To keep the good times going after dark, Mars adds bug-repelling lights and marine-grade speakers, so hanging out outside at night is totally on the table. At that point, you might even be tempted to sleep under the stars. So, what's the damage? According to Mars Campers, the 11S starts at around 49,000 Australian dollars, which works out to roughly 32,000 US dollars at current exchange rates. For a camper this complete and this capable, that's a pretty incredible value. It really makes you wonder when we'll start seeing this level of gear for that kind of money in the US.